Hi guys, happy October still. Today we're going to be talking about the Three Kings ritual. Like I told you, I'm talking about them in the order, in the order of this playlist I was watching. Because I watched a playlist of his games, so I'm talking about them in that order. And again, I'm not linking them down below like I did last year because I'm not talking about his specific experience. I'm talking about the rules of the game and how to play them and why I don't think it's safe. Game, ritual, whatever, but this is called the Three Kings. Some people call it a ritual, some people call it a game, you know. So this is going to be an interesting video. So let's just start. I'm using the same website as last time because I really like how they make everything very concise and clear. So let's go. So the players. This says you can have two different people, but usually this is only one person. I think in his video he said it works best with one person. But anyway, I mean, but you need to both be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually stable. So if you play with one person, you need to be stable. Requirements. One large, quiet, empty room, a basement or cellar is ideal. I'm terrified of my basement at night, so I couldn't do that. A pack of candles, a lighter, a bucket of water, good, a mug or cup, an electric fan, 2 large mirrors, 3 chairs, an alarm clock, fully charged mobile phones for both people, a place to sleep. Your bedroom is ideal if playing inside your own home, and a small object of sentimental value. The prelude. Begin at 11 p.m. Do not begin if your partner is not present and/or has not been briefed on his or her role. Your partner should remain in your home for the entire duration of the game. If your designated room has windows, cover or block them as completely as possible prior to beginning. Place one chair facing north in the center of your designated dark room. This chair will be your throne. Place the other 2 chairs on either side of your throne, facing it at in arm's length away. This will be your queen's chair and your fool's chair. Place one of your 2 mirrors on the queen's chair and the other on the fool's. The mirrors should be perpendicular to the chair's seats and facing both each other and you. You should be able to see your own reflection in each mirror from your peripheral vision while seated in your throne. You should not have to turn your head and move your eyes to do so. Already found a problem. Mirrors facing each other creates a vortex. Mirrors facing each other creates a vortex. Vortexes are very, very powerful. They're very, very powerful. So, you know. Yeah, so the vortex is the first thing where I'm like, 4, place the bucket of water and the mug in front of you just out of reach. 5, place the fan behind your throne. Set it to medium or low, never high, and turn it on. Make sure it is stationary, not oscillating. 6, leave the room but keep the door open. 7, go to your chosen sleeping spot, set the candles, lighter, alarm clock, and cell phone next to your bed. Make sure your phone is charging and set your alarm clock for 3:30 a.m. 8, turn the lights off, hold your object of sentimental value, your power object, climb into bed, and sleep. The main event. Wake up at 3:30 a.m. when your alarm clock goes off. Turn off the alarm but do not turn on the light. Keep a hold of your power object, pick up your mobile phone, light 1 candle, and return to the dark room. You must be seated in your throne by 3:33 a.m. Do not proceed if any of the following occur. Your cell phone did not charge. Your alarm did not go off precisely at 3:30 a.m. You approach the dark room and find the door closed. You approach the dark room and find the fan turned off. You are not seated in your throne by 3:33 a.m. Should any of these incidents ensue, take your partner and any other occupants and leave your home. Do not return until after 6 a.m. Okay. Okay. talk about the not proceeding if any of these occur. I'm sorry, guys. My phone's blowing up. I'm trying to make sure there's not a serious thing going on. Your cell phone did not charge. Not necessarily. Whatever. Your alarm did not go off precisely at 3:30. You approach the dark room and find the door closed. That is terrifying. You approach a dark room and find the fan turned off. Now, the reason why you have a fan, if you don't know, is if things start to get dangerous, you can move your head and the fan will blow out the candle, ending everything. So if the fan is turned off, that probably means there's something there that wants to stay. And if you try to turn the fan back on, it might not turn on. And usually something that wants to stay, not great. You're not seated in your throne by 3:33 a.m. But if any of these incidents ensue, you need to take your partner and any other occupants and leave your home. And you can't return until after 6 a.m. That is very scary, because the other occupants in the house might not even know what's going on. Like, let's say you live with your parents or something, or you live with a roommate, or you live with a significant other, and they don't know that you're doing this. Like, let's say you're doing it by yourself, you don't have a partner or whatever. This one says a partner. I've heard that you can play with a partner, you don't have to play with. This is the first time I've heard of playing with a partner, so you know what I'm trying to say. But they're like dogs too. Let's say none of these people know what's going on. You have to take them out of the house with you because they're not safe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just slipped on my neck weird. It hurts. Like, that is scary. Okay. If you do not encounter any red flags, proceed. Take your throne, but do not look directly at either of the mirrors, and do not let the candle go out. Use your body to protect the candle from the fan, like I said. Keep your eyes focused at the darkness in front of you. Also, do not look at the mirrors, and do not look at the candle. Should you have any questions you wish to ask, you may ask them now. You may or may not receive a response. If you do, your response will come from the direction of one of the mirrors. Do not turn to look at the mirrors. Any answers received should be taken with the proverbial grain of salt. One of the mirrors is the queen and one is the fool, but it may not be clear which is which. Also note that to whatever may settle in the mirrors, you yourself are either the queen or the fool. So that is, the fact that you can't look makes me worried that it could be something evil, demonic. Always take things with a grain of salt when you're asking spirits anything, because like many people have said, spirits can't tell the future. So, they don't know. Also, the fact that it's not clear which is which, whether it's the queen or the fool, that is, yeah. Also note that to whatever may settle in the mirrors, you yourself are either the queen or the fool. So they might think, I think that's saying they might think you're the queen or the fool. I don't know. Anyway, remain in your throne until 4:34 a.m. The ending. At 4:34, your partner should call out your name to end the game. Should this fail, your partner should call your cell phone. Should this fail, your partner should enter the room and without touching you, use the bucket of water and mug. Concerning falsifies. If your body is suddenly moved, the fan will blow out the candle, ending the game. Should you become lost or disoriented, your power object will guide your way back. Do not ignore any of the previously noted red flags prior to seating yourself in your throne. Do not attempt to stay in your home should these red flags appear, and do not attempt if you do not completely and totally trust your partner. See, this is why I don't play these games, because when you open yourself up to entities that could be evil or demonic, you're opening yourself up to danger. And being in danger is not something that I want to do. You definitely don't want to open yourself up to anything that wants to cause you harm, that wants to make you feel scared, that wants to make you feel unsafe. And again, I know people want answers to things about the spirit world, and so they want to play these games because they want to make contact. They want to ask these questions. But sometimes spirits don't play by the rules of the game. And what I mean by that is you could think you're playing a game, you could think you're playing a little ritual, and then all of a sudden your house is now haunted by the entity. Because things that are evil and things that are demonic, they don't always play by the rules. Kind of pun intended, not really. They don't always play by the rules. And if you have something that doesn't want to play by the rules, it might decide it likes you and wants to attach to you and wants to stay, especially if you're in a negative mindset. It will want to latch onto you because these entities feed off negativity. They feed off darkness. They feed off fear. So if you are very negative and you're very fearful of things, they're going to know that. They're going to want to latch on. They're going to want to feed off of that. You know, and that's why, you know, positive spirits and positive entities, they like, you know, the bright light, the positivity, they help keep you protected no matter what mindset you're in. And they don't want to scare you. That's why they don't always show themselves to you. Like your past loved ones, they don't always show themselves to you because they don't want to scare you. They don't want to alarm you. But yeah. So just letting you guys know that it might not be the best idea to do this ritual game, but again, you guys can make your own decisions. If you decide to do it, I just ask that you do have protections in place. I just ask that you do be safe. I ask that you do not continue the game if those red flags appear, make themselves present. Please don't continue. Please don't put your life in danger for views or clicks, or even if you're just playing it for a thrill, don't put your life in danger. Make sure you're protected. I always wear a cross when I will start going on paranormal investigations, which sadly won't be this year because I didn't get everything prepared before I had to. I thought I would, but I didn't. So we're going to have to wait until probably next year's spooky season for that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!